Thought for the day. Self-discipline begins with the mastery of our thoughts.
Welcome to 7 Minutes for Yourself. I'm Christina, and I'm so glad you've joined me for what I believe will be 7 of the most enriching minutes of your day. Let's take this time to reconnect with ourselves and improve our well-being.
In today's episode of 7 Minutes for Yourself, we are learning how to implement self-discipline in our lives with 5 realistic steps. Have a listen.
No matter what your goals are, you most certainly have to work in order to achieve them. And if you don't have any discipline, you most probably won't put in any work, and you'll just procrastinate. Being able to delay gratification and short-term temptations is crucial if you want to be a successful person. Now, there's a big difference between being disciplined and being self-disciplined, and it's all about willpower. For example, why do you think that having a personal trainer is much more effective for losing weight instead of working out by yourself? Well, yeah, they might help you with some techniques you were doing wrong and teach you new ones. But the most important aspect is motivation and accountability. There's a huge difference between working out by yourself and working out with a trainer. Trainers tell you what to do, what you're doing wrong, how to do it correctly, and give you motivation. Between a person who is self-trained and a person that has a trainer, who is more self-disciplined? Obviously, the one who does everything by himself, right? This is because nobody is telling him what to do and when to do it. The only person that is holding him accountable is himself, while the other person has a trainer that follows him every step of the way. Being self-disciplined means that you will show up, do the work, and do it as you promised you would. It also means to have good habits, and it's important for behavior change interventions because habitual behaviors are elicited automatically and are therefore likely to be maintained. You might recognize that you're not self-disciplined. Fortunately for you, this is a skill. It means that you can learn and master it, even if you're starting from zero. In this video, I'm going to show you how to discipline yourself so that you can reach your goals faster and live a healthier life. Let's get into it right now with the 5 rules to building self-discipline. Rule number 1, remove temptations. The first logical step is to remove everything that is keeping you from doing what you are supposed to do. You see, our brain is built to avoid all kinds of struggle, pain, or effort. So, between working and watching Netflix, we tend to choose Netflix over working because it's easier and it's an instant pleasure. It all becomes a lot easier if you have nothing else to do than work. Rule number 2, don't wait for the right mood. Be honest here. Did you ever postpone work because you didn't feel like it? We all have, and I'm going to tell you a little secret here. You will probably never feel like it. And even if you do, you'll get started with the work, and then you'll stop after 10 minutes because you won't be in the right mood anymore. As I said before, our brain is not built for productivity. Quite the contrary, it was built for instant gratification. So, you shouldn't wait for the right moment. You should do it anyway. Here's a suggestion that will help you, the 3 seconds rule. It's very simple. Whenever you are not doing what you were supposed to, count to 3, then do it. Don't think about it, don't worry, just do it. Do you have to get up and study? 1, 2, 3, and you're doing it. Do you have to get out of bed? 1, 2, 3, it's done. Rule number 3, properly set achievable goals. Goal setting is also a skill that will help you get things done faster. You have to be realistically ambitious when setting goals. One thing that a famous entrepreneur always says is, if you know exactly the steps to reach your goal, the goal's too small. Studies for goal setting and task performance state that specific and challenging goals lead to higher performance than easy goals. Do your best goals or no goals. Goal setting is most likely to improve task performance when the goals are specific and sufficiently challenging. So, even if you won't actually achieve it, you'll always be more productive. A good goal is an achievable goal that isn't too small. Otherwise, it will feel like you're wasting your potential. It should also have a deadline. A good deadline will help you be more efficient and effective. especially if you make yourself accountable. Abraham Lincoln once said, "The best way to predict the future is to create it." The difference between successful and unsuccessful people is that successful people take action. If they don't like something, they don't complain about it. They work to change it. So I need you to ask yourself the following questions. What are you doing to improve your life right now? Based on your current daily actions, what does your future look like 3, 5, and 10 years from now? As soon as you print this in your mind, you understand that everything you do today will have a massive influence on the person you'll become tomorrow. And this is the best way to motivate yourself to do what you're supposed to do, even if you quote-unquote don't feel like it. Rule number 5. Progressively build a productive routine. Start small. You won't change overnight. A few years ago, when I got serious about my health and started exercising, which meant going to the gym and jogging, I initially hated it. It was hard, tiring, and sometimes painful. After the first 3 days, I seriously wanted to quit, but something in me told me to keep going, so I persevered. The first month was hard and very taxing on my body, but after that, something weird happened. I wasn't expecting it, but I actually started enjoying exercising and going to the gym. I looked forward to it, and I also started to notice that my days were becoming more productive, and I was getting a lot more done. I had more energy, and I was also starting to look much, much better. So big results take time to achieve, but with small, consistent actions, you can achieve them.
That concludes today's episode of 7 Minutes for Yourself. Please take a moment to rate and review the show on Apple Podcasts. Today and every day with your kiddo is a gift. Enjoy it. Thanks for tuning in.